small shop owner has bought in the Santa or in any Raitu Bazaar.
एक ही जगह पे मिलके those type of plastics are known as thermosetting plastics. Comparison, there are 3 types:
up, down, right, left.
I am not inferior to anyone.
We are Clara. We are top on the Everest. Congratulations.
I want to be a leader.
Hi friends, I welcome all the young aspirant students to this special program of NTSE examination. Students, hope you are preparing for your examination well. Today I will be dealing with the civics part. You all know that India got independence in the year 1947 on 15th August. After the independence, the then Prime Minister, our first Prime Minister, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, and his team, together they wanted to have a constitution, a set of rules and regulations to run our country, make our country a developed nation. So, to write our constitution, we have taken few persons. We have nominated Dr. Rajendra Prasad as President, and then we have a drafting committee chairman, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Under their leadership, our constitution was written. They took nearly 3 years to complete our constitution. Our constitution was adopted on November 26, 1949, and this constitution, it came into force on 26 January 1950. Dear children, that's why we hoist our flag 2 times a year. One is on the day of independence, the other is the day when our constitution came into force. The silent features of our Indian constitution. Our Indian constitution is the bulkiest constitution in the world. And then we have combination of rigidity and flexibility. Rigidity, the word says that it is very, very difficult to change anything in the constitution. At the same time, flexibility, if all the people of our country, the members of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha together, if we want to change through the voting system, we can change it. That is why we say that combination of rigidity and flexibility. We have a parliamentary system of government, then federal system with a unitary bias, that is, we have divided certain functions between central and state government. Then we have fundamental rights given by our government, fundamental duties, rights and duties you read in your lower classes. Then we have direct principles for state policy. India is a secular state where we give equal importance to all the religions. Then we have an independent judiciary. We have universal adult franchise, that is, we get all the rights when we attain the age of 18. We have single citizenship and we follow Panchayat Raj system in all the villages. These are the silent features of our Indian constitution. Next we have the Indian government. How our government runs. The first point under the government we have is the legislature. Who will be there in the legislature? We have president Vice President, Prime Minister and the members of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha together makes the legislature. These people, they are elected by the people, they work for our country's development, they pass all the laws of our country. The second under the government we have is the executive. Whatever the laws are made by the legislature, they are implemented by the executive. They enforce all the laws and they make important appointments of important persons in our country, such as Chief Justice and other judges, ambassadors, Advocate General of India, members of Union Public Service Commission, then governors of states. At the time of defense war, they will be working, they make foreign policy of our country. Then we have our third one, that is judiciary. To safeguard all the laws prepared by legislature, implemented by the executive, judiciary, they safeguard the laws. We have a Supreme Court which is located at New Delhi. High courts are there at the state level, and at the district and at the village levels we have lower courts. All these judiciary, they safeguard the laws, they see that our country runs peaceful. Students, I think you are having your pens and books with you. I hope you all are taking all these points. Please make a note of all these points. Next we go for the qualification of the president. If any person want to become a president of a nation, what does he require? He should be a citizen of our country. He should have 35 years age, qualified for election as member of Lok Sabha, and he should not hold any office of profit under the government of India, and his term of office is 5 years. The next we have is the Lok Sabha. These people are the elected people. The people all over our country, we put vote for them. They will be elected from different segments, and all the elected MPs, they make the Lok Sabha, and their leader will be the Prime Minister. The maximum strength we have in our Lok Sabha is 552 members. Then he should be a citizen of India. He should not be less than 25 years of age. He should not be convicted. Should have the name in the electoral rolls in any part of our country. Coming to the Rajya Sabha. These members, they are not elected by the people, they are nominated. The prominent persons in any field, they are nominated for the Rajya Sabha. The maximum strength we have is 250 members. They should be a citizen of India. They should have at least 30 years. Be elected by the Legislative Assembly of States and Union Territories by means of single transferable vote through proportional representation. Then, now I will be saying the present president and who are the council of ministers. We have President Sri Pranab Mukherjee, our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, Home Affairs Minister Sri Rajnath Singh, External Affairs Minister Srimati Sushma Swaraj, Finance, Information and Broadcasting Minister Sri Arun Jaitley, Urban Development Minister Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu, Defence Minister Sri Manohar, Railway Minister Sri Suresh Prabhu, Women and Child Development Minister Srimati Menaka Gandhi, Agriculture Minister Sri Radha Mohan Singh, Human Resource Development Minister Srimati Smriti Zuben Rani. We have our Vice President Mohammad Hamid Ansari and our Speaker Sumitra Mahajan. So, children, I think you have noted down all the things, the present cabinet ministers and the important persons in our country. Please remember them. Any question can be asked among all these points. Going further, the national political parties in our country. What parties we have at the national level? At the national level, we have BJP, that is Bharatiya Janata Party, INC, Indian National Congress, BSP, Bahujan Samaj Party, CPI, Communist Party of India, CPIM, Communist Party of India Marxist, SP, Samajwad Party. So, these are the different political parties at national level. Now, I will be going further for the establishment of UNO. I think in your history lesson, you read what were the conditions, how UNO has been existed. After the First World War and the Second World War, we have seen the consequences where lakhs of people have died, property was lost, there was much hardships, there was no development in agriculture and industries. So, taking this into point, the members of the world, they have wanted to have an organization so that in the future we will not have any war. So, then the birth of UNO has taken place, United Nations Organization. So, it came into the existence on October 24th, 1945. At present, we have members, 193 countries are the members, and the headquarters of UNO is there at New York in USA, and we celebrate our United Nations Organization Day on 25th November. This UNO, they see that peace is maintained all over the world. If any countries, they have any problem, they try to solve in a peaceful manner through discussions, and if any member violates the rules of UNO, they will be expelled from the membership of UNO. So, this UNO has many other organizations which look after the peace and development and overall development of the world. So, we have an International Court of Justice that is located at Hague. These are very important, students. Please make a note of all these things. Questions will be there on it. International Labour Organization located at Geneva. Food and Agriculture Organization located at Quebec. UNESCO located at Paris. WHO located at Geneva. World Bank located at Washington DC, and UNICEF located at New York. So, children, I think you have understood what topics to be covered in the civics. Whatever notes you have taken down, you refer to ICSE books which give more information and make further notes of it and prepare point wise. You can make even mind maps to remember all the points, stick to the walls of your house and try to learn them. The next topic I will be dealing with the geography. In geography, the first topic we deal with are Earth and solar system. You all know about solar system. Sun is a star. We have 8 planets revolving around to the sun. Earth is the third planet, which you have read from your childhood. So, going further, Earth travels around the sun at the speed of 1,07,200 kilometer per hour, and it takes 365.5 day, 1/4 day to revolve around the sun. The distance between the sun and the earth is 9,29,55,807 miles. This is the total distance between the earth and sun. Next, I will be saying about the internal structure of the earth, which you read in your 9th class. Hope you remember. The internal structure of the earth consists of 3 parts: crust, mantle, core. The crust, the uppermost layer, from the uppermost layer down 100 kilometers, you find the crust, which consists of various kinds of rocks. Then we have mantle, 100 to 2,900 kilometers is the total length of the mantle in the interior. This is the second layer. In this layer, you find silicates. All these silicates on the metals, they will be in the form of liquid. Then we have core. The core distance it carries 29,000 to 63,076 kilometers. In this you find iron and nickel. This is very hard in the middle, just like a big iron ball. This is about the internal structure of our earth. Going further for the latitudes and longitudes. You all know what are latitudes and longitudes, because you read in your 8th class. Latitudes and longitudes, these are the imaginary lines drawn on the globe. Why do we draw these lines? These lines help us to locate the place, climate, temperature, rainfall, seasons. That is why we take the help of these. Altogether, how many latitudes are there? There are 180 latitudes. Equator 0 degrees in the middle, Tropic of Cancer 23.5 north, Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 south, Arctic Circle 66.5 north, Antarctic Circle 66.5 south, North Pole, South Pole 90 degrees. We have longitudes. There are 360 longitudes, and the prime one you call it as that is 0 degrees, which passes through London, which is also known as Greenwich, and the time is based on these longitude. We have an Indian Standard Meridian, that is 82.5 degrees, and if we take the time difference between the 0 degree longitude and our Indian Standard Meridian, that is 5.5 hours. India will be 5.5 hours ahead of the Greenwich time. Then we have the longest day, that is on June 21st, and shortest day on December 22nd. Next we go for the Indian physical features. This year in the 10th class you read about the physical features. So, we have the first physical feature, that is Himalayas. The total area we have 5 lakh square kilometer, and the extension from north to south 240 kilometers, and the width ranges from 500 to 200 kilometers. We have 3 divisions in the Himalayas. The first division is Himadri, and it is situated at an elevation of 6,100 meters. In this, you have the world's highest peaks. such as Mount Everest. The height is 8848 meters. Easy way to remember, 8848 meters. Then we have Kanchenjunga, 8598 meters. Makalu, 8481 meters. The second one we have is the Himachal at an elevation of 1000 to 4500 meters. In this range, you find a series of mountains which is known as ranges. You find Pir Panjal range, Dauladar range, and many valleys are there like Kullu Kangra and hill stations. I know you all like to visit hill stations. We have seen many places when Purna and Anand went to the Mount Everest, right? You have seen the pictures. So, we have hill stations like Shimla, Mussoorie and Nainital. And the last one we have is the Shivaliks at an elevation of 600 to 1500 meters. These Shivaliks, they consist of flat bottom valleys. The valleys such as Dehradun, Patli Dun and Kotli Dun, these places you find in Shivaliks. And the next physical feature we have is the Indo-Gangetic plain. Indo-Gangetic plain, this has been formed by the fine silt brought by all the rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Indus, Brahmaputra and their tributaries. So, that silt what they have brought has been deposited in the plains and formed the great Indo-Gangetic plain. The total area they cover is 7 lakh square kilometers. The next we have is the Peninsular Plateau. The total area of Peninsular Plateau, 6 lakh square kilometers. Can you name the shape of our plateau? Yeah, it is triangle in shape. So, in this plateau, we have two plateaus. The first one is Malwa Plateau. Malwa Plateau is bounded by Aravalis and Vindhyas. The highest peak in Malwa Plateau is Guru Shikhar. The second we have is the Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is bounded by Satpura Range, Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. The highest peak in Deccan Plateau is Mahadev Hills in Satpura Range. Next we have Western Ghats. It extends up to 1600 kilometers from Khandesh to Kanyakumari. The highest peak in Western Ghats is Dodabeta in Nilgiri Hills. And then we have Eastern Ghats, which extends from Chota Nagpur Plateau to Nilgiri Hills. The next physical feature we have is the coastal plains. We have West Coastal Plains, which run from Rann of Kutch to Kanyakumari. Next, we have East Coastal Plain, which extends from Mahanadi Delta to Kaveri Delta. Next, we have the physical feature is the deserts. India is having only one desert, the Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert. The area of our desert is 2 lakh square kilometers. Can you name which states come under it? Yeah, it's correct, that is Rajasthan comes under the desert area. Next, come to the rivers of India. The rivers of India are divided under two categories, Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers. Among the Himalayan rivers, we have Indus, rises at Kailashagiri in Tibet. The total length in India is 709 and it have tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. This river joins to Bay of Bengal. Then we have river Ganga. In two divisions it starts, like Alaknanda starts at Gharwal, then we have Bhagirathi at Gangotri peak. They meet at Prayaga and makes river Ganga. The total length of river Ganga is 2525 kilometers and the main tributaries Yamuna, Kosi, Son, etc. The third main river we have is the Brahmaputra. rises in Manasarovar Lake in Tibet. The total length in India, 725 kilometers is the total length. Can you name the what Brahmaputra is known as when it is not entered into our country? Yeah, it is known as Padma. The next one we have is the peninsular rivers. In the peninsular rivers, these rivers are imperennial. You find only water in the seasonal time, that is in June, July, in the rainy season. The first river we have is Mahanadi, which rises in Madhya Pradesh. The total length is 857 kilometers. Godavari rises in Nasik. The length is 165 kilometers. Krishna rises in Mahabaleshwar. The length is 1400 kilometers. Kaveri rises at Brahmagiri Hills. The length is 800 kilometers. All these rivers, they join to Bay of Bengal. Then we have two more rivers, that is Narmada and Tapti. Narmada rises at Amarantak and the length is 1310 kilometers. Tapti rises in Multai, length is 730. These two rivers, they join to Arabian Sea. Next come to the climate of our country. Our country is having 4 seasons. The first one, cold weather season from December to February. Then we have hot weather season, March to May. Southwest monsoon, June to August. Retreating monsoon, September to November. We get rainfall from southwest monsoon. So, that is on 1st June of Kerala, it strikes to Kerala, the monsoon strikes at 1st June at Kerala. Then by 10th June, it will come to Mumbai, then spread to other parts of the country. And at the retreating monsoon, it starts from northeast, and when they are returning, other parts of India gets the rainfall. The next topic we have is the natural vegetation. In India, most of the mountains and many parts, they are covered with the forest. We have different types of forest, different names are there. The first forest we have tropical wet evergreen forest. These forests, wherever you have rainfall more than 200 centimeters, you find these forests. The name itself is saying evergreen. You find it Kerala, Karnataka, Meghalaya. Then you have tropical deciduous forest, 100 to 200 centimeters of rainfall. You find it Western Ghats. Tropical dry deciduous forest, 70 to 100 centimeters of rainfall. You find it Peninsular Plateau and Ganga Plains. Thorn forest, less than 70 centimeters of rainfall. You find it Rajasthan. Then we have tidal forest. It grows wherever the backwater is there, backish water like Kerala you find, or in the delta regions. And then you have the Himalayan alpine forests, you find at Himalayan regions. Next we go for the multi-purpose projects in India. We have constructed for irrigation purpose, for agriculture purpose, for production of electricity, for our daily usage, drinking, many projects on rivers we have constructed. So, when we use water for more than one purpose, you call it as multi-purpose projects. We have Bakranangal project on river Satluj, Byas project on river Satluj, Damodar Valley project